Kamala Harris is pushing an opportunity economy, but who's really getting the opportunity here? Spoiler alert, it's not the middle class Americans that she claims to champion. In today's video, we're going to expose how her opportunity economy policies are more about taking care of elitists' interests and less about the average American. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back. So Kamala Harris is at it again. This time she's trying to convince us that she's the hero of what she calls her opportunity economy plan. That's funny because the elephant in the room says that if she really wanted to champion middle-class Americans, she would have done her opportunity economy 4 years ago. She would have talked about it prior to 2 months before the election, don't you think? It must have been pointed out to Kamala that, like Hillary Clinton, she had put forth no economic plan while Donald Trump has. So Kamala put together a fantasy story that, like all fiction, doesn't work in the real world. And nobody understands what the hell she's talking about because she never explains what she means by opportunity economy. Yeah, because if there's one thing Americans are really crying out for, it's more word salad. She claims that she's the voice of the middle-class family because of her upbringing. Then her voice must have laryngitis because a lot of middle-class families are barely scraping by and kicking up the old credit card debt, thanks in part to the economic policies that she has backed. The opportunity economy Harris loves to talk about, well, it sounds more like an economy that benefits the filthy rich and powerful rather than the people who need it most. You know, the folks she's supposedly championing. There's a stark contrast between what she's saying and what's actually happening. Think about it. While she's over there rattling on about equal opportunities, aspirations, and even just about 5 minutes ago, she was talking about equity and all her policies. Inflation has skyrocketed under the Harris-Biden administration, and middle-class families she claims to represent, they're struggling more than ever now. But hang on, what does this opportunity economy even mean? Well, if you ask her, it's about giving everyone a fair shot. But if you ask anyone living in the real world, it's about flowery talk that doesn't translate into actual results. And people are tired of that bullshit. It's like she's throwing around a bunch of feel-good terms, but when it comes to tangible changes, zip, zilch, nada. And here's the real head scratcher. Kamala never gives us the details of this so-called opportunity economy plan. Why? Because she doesn't even know what it is herself. All we get is a mix of highfalutin language and what critics are now calling word salad. And you know who loves word salad? People who don't have anything of substance to say. But compare that with Donald Trump. Love him or hate him, at least he's straightforward. He talks about cutting taxes, securing the border, and expanding energy production, things people can actually wrap their heads around. They can see the results. They're palpable. Kamala's up there waving her hands, talking about ambition and dreams and aspirations, while Trump's like, let's drill for oil and lower gas prices. Now, you see the difference? Now, the growing disparity isn't just a coincidence. Critics argue that it's the result of a deliberate strategy to consolidate wealth and power among the elites. For example, during the COVID pandemic, government mandates led to massive financial losses for small businesses, while simultaneously enriching the billionaires or the donor class to Democrats. An example would be that while Americans couldn't get things that they needed to live from local small business stores during the pandemic, but Amazon.com saw tremendous growth in sales thanks to the Democrats taking care of their top donors. It's no wonder people were skeptical of Harris's economic vision when they see their livelihoods declining while the elite class gets richer and richer. So is Kamala's plan really about providing opportunities for everyone? Or is it more about consolidating wealth and power at the top? Just look at the numbers. A few years ago, 400 billionaires owned half of the world's wealth. Today, they shrunk that down to under 100 billionaires. CEOs used to make 20 times as much as their employees. Now it's about 350 times more. If you connect the dots, the opportunity economy is not an economy for the average Joe. It's an economy where bureaucrats, elites, and Harris's billionaire friends make out like bandits while middle-class Americans struggle to keep their heads above water. While Kamala keeps selling this bill of goods to Americans, Trump's out there proposing real solutions to real problems, like lowering costs, bringing back jobs, and making energy affordable again. Drill, baby, drill is what he says. And what happens is people don't seem to understand, especially Kamala, that when your energy costs go up, for example, when gasoline goes up, then everything that has to be delivered to a store that you and I are going to purchase things from, well, they have to take that higher cost in the gasoline into consideration when they price things. Otherwise, the trucks aren't going to deliver. The planes aren't going to deliver. The boats aren't going to deliver. And so if you lower the cost of energy, well, what happens? It trickles down. Yeah, it trickles down. So then they don't have to spend as much to deliver the produce or the furniture or whatever the hell you're going to buy. And then things are cheaper. It's very simple. And that's why Trump did it so quickly the first time. And it's why he'll do it again. I mean, that's what's on the table, guys. It's a battle of visions. One based on lofty rhetoric just to get elected, and the other based on tangible results that he's done before. So the next time you hear Kamala talk about her opportunity economy, remember who's really getting the opportunities. It's certainly not the average American family. It's time to reach out to your friends and family and share the truth, because they're not going to be told by the news media that they watch. All right, thanks for watching. Subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want to be kept up to date with the latest insights and real world news. I'll see you in the next one. Spread the word.
When you walk in the room, my heart skips a beat.